Teachers in Florida are literally emptying their classroom libraries and even covering up their book collections for fear of facing felony charges and jail time. Again, this is in Florida because of Republican policies. Republicans who claim they hate censorship and want to value freedom of speech. Now, earlier this month, teachers in Manatee County, Florida were sent directives from the school district to remove or cover all classroom libraries until all materials can be reviewed in order to comply with the new rule voted on by the Florida Department of Education. By the way, similar things are happening in Duval County. So House Bill 1467, which took effect as law in July, mandates that schools' books be age appropriate, free from pornography, and suited to student needs. Books must be approved by a qualified school media specialist who must undergo a state retraining on book collection.
I mean, why don't you just call it the propaganda department?
It's amazing. There's more. The education department did not publish that training until January, leaving school librarians across Florida unable to order books for more than a year. Now look, the schools, one might argue they're overreacting, but they're not, because they're worried about prosecution if one of their books is deemed inappropriate for the students. Now, how do you determine what is or is not inappropriate? Like, what is the standard for pornography, right? Because I've seen conservatives argue that books contain pornography when there is no pornography in it, right?
And by the way, 100% of the time, it will be something that is LGBTQ that they declare pornography. For like straight relationships, it doesn't even occur to them. It's like we've discussed many times, and there's book versions of this, but like Hooters, they're like, oh yeah, way to show your breasts and your ass. Yeah, I want my son to see that. That's not at all sexual. Oh, two gay people exist? Sexual, over-sexualized.
So they're worried about content that's harmful to minors. Okay, I have to say, what's really interesting to me is, like, I don't believe this objective at all. Like, I don't believe that their objective is in any way genuine. I think that this is a form of censorship. I think this is a way of gutting public education even further, because it's made life even more miserable for public school teachers who are already overworked, underpaid, overwhelmed. So they're like, now I have to worry about potentially being prosecuted. No, I'm done. So teachers are doing exactly what conservatives wanted. They're quitting their jobs. Okay, at a time when there's already a teacher shortage, by the way. And so it's so incredibly frustrating to see this play out, while I feel the media perpetuates this claim that conservatives are more interested in protecting free speech as opposed to the left. Now look, there's all sorts of annoying language policing and stuff happening on the left that I personally can't stand and I wish wasn't happening at all. But to compare that to the real censorship that's happening in this country, where literal books that have no problem at all are being banned in school libraries because conservatives are making a big deal about it, like that should be the whole censorship conversation in the country, and it's not. It's so frustrating.
Look, they don't care about over-sexualizing at all. I was just in all over Florida, Fort Myers, Tampa, you name it, all the west side of Florida. I drove almost the entire thing, right? Nothing but billboard after billboard. Adult superstore, massage, you know what kind, right? It's on every highway nonstop, right? And they're like, yeah, attaboy, adult superstore, let's go do it, massage, right? And then they're like, oh, two gay people, they're over-sexualizing. Come on, guys, get real. By the way, everybody who lives in Florida, you know I'm telling the truth. You've seen it too, and you know.
They know.
They know. And have you ever met right-wing men? You want to talk about over-sexualized? Okay, come on, guys. You're really pretending that you have concerns about this? Okay, get out of here.
Yeah.
And so anyway, what's the bottom line of this? The bottom line is, now they don't have books in the library. They're shutting down libraries.
Let's go to the video, because I want to actually provide you some footage of what some of the classrooms look like, where they're, look at that, they got rid of the books. Because all the books need to be reviewed by some rando who has to go through a training before he or she can review the books to see whether or not they're appropriate for the students. Really curious what the standards are, right?
Yeah, no.
None of that has been disclosed publicly, of course. And look, there have been we've been covering similar stories for months now, and there have been examples of books that were deemed unacceptable because of pornographic material. And the pornographic material they're referring to is a couple who shared a kiss.
Oh, by the way, just randomly.
Your kids are on the internet.
Yeah, I know. Come on,
They've
guys.
seen
Who are
way
you kidding?
worse, okay?
Who are you kidding? No, well, they're just trying to brainwash the kids. It's super obvious. I'll come back to that in a second. But I like how The Last of Us. I don't know if you've been following it. It's a show on HBO.
I have. It's very good.
Okay, I'm gonna do a tiny spoiler alert here. Okay, so there's this survivalist, obviously right-wing guy.
That was the best episode.
I know, and he turns out to be gay in the show.
Yeah.
And Sebastian Gorka was like, "This is outrageous. He's been over-sexualized." Okay, anyways, I don't think he used the word exact, over-sexualized, but he was livid that the character turned out to be gay. Gee, I wonder if they hate gay people. Why does it bother you that the survivalist, don't tread on me guy was gay? Why does that, I don't get why that bothers you. Oh, that's right, because you're hateful and your whole party's hateful. So which leads me to this conclusion. Look guys, you can't live in a red state. And I know a lot of you guys live in red states and I feel terrible for you. So we've got our own issues in blue states. California has this Democratic Party machine that we hate, we talk about, we criticize all the time. So nobody's perfectly innocent. But in red states, they do things like this. They're like, oh, we're gonna brainwash your kids. So we're removing all the books from the library, anything that would actually educate them and get them a real education, the pillar of Western civilization, the thing we're pretending to be in favor of. No, we're gonna destroy it. And we're gonna try to fill their minds with hateful propaganda instead. I would never subject my kids to that. And I swear to you, my heart breaks for you if you live in a red state and you got kids. Absolutely breaks for you.